is coming from native land, from the Western Shoshone National Council. He is the Secretary of the State for the Western Shoshone National Council in Indian Springs. Ian Sabarate, please give it up.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Glad to see all you folks out here. This is the largest crowd I've talked to this year, I think. But it's good to see you. There's power in numbers. I was in San Francisco earlier this year for the protest. I was in Washington, D.C. for the protest, the anti-war protest. And I've really come to have a good understanding of what's really at stake by developing weapons of mass destruction. What's really at stake with the war, and it's our humanity. I try to explain this to people that I don't want anyone killing in my name. I don't want to become a killer, and it's just something we need to stay away from. The war has helped me understand that I have come out of this with my humanity, and I want to engage other people and share with them my humanity. To be friendly, I have to make an effort because I'm different than those people over at the lab. Some of the things that we notice out in our country are abnormalities. I'm going to tell a story. Once we were traveling across the test site to Yucca Mountain, there is a relationship between weapons of mass destruction and other types of nuclear technology, such as nuclear reactors. As we took this drive across the test site, we came across a deer in the middle of the road, and the deer was acting funny. So we got out of the van, and we walked up to the deer, and we saw that the deer had no eyes. Do you know what Shoshone call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Yes, it was a joke. Anyway, I want to thank you all for coming out here and let you know that I've traveled a long way. I was in Reno yesterday, the day before I was in San Francisco, and I have an event coming up in Las Vegas on the 26th and 27th. I have Winona LaDuke, Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley. We're going to tour the Nevada test site. There's a lot of events coming up, and I go to these because it's the right thing to do. And again, saying no to the war, coming out to these events, it is the right thing. You cannot lose being on this side of the issue. And I want to thank you all for coming out here. I know we're getting hot and we have to get this show on the road, so I'm going to end it here. And again, thank you for coming.
One, two, three. Just a couple of more speakers. The next speaker here, Damu Smith, is from Black Voices for Peace. He is a long-time noted and nationally recognized human rights and civil rights activist. He works for peace and environmental justice. He's an advocate, also a community leader, and one of the voices from the community of color, from the diverse communities here in the country, bringing the message that people of color are also concerned about nuclear war and nuclear weapons. Please give it up for Damu Smith.
Thank you very much. My sisters and brothers, last night I flew in from Washington, D.C., my home. But in Washington, D.C., we have assembled at the White House and in all of those government buildings and at the Pentagon, the most dangerous regime ever assembled in the history of the United States of America. This Bush administration must go in November of 2004. We've got to have regime change right here. And I've decided, since I'm here in California, I might as well declare my candidacy for governor of the state of California. couple months from now. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to ask everybody to please stand.
That's asking a lot.
In just a few minutes.
A few minutes, all right. Can we do that?
Can everybody please move in a little closer, those of you who can? Please. As we prepare to go, can I get everybody's attention, please, over there? Shh. Brothers and sisters, today we declare that we are going to surround this edifice of mass destruction, this edifice of war, injustice, and evil. We link our hearts, our arms, and our hands, and we link our spirits. And we do that today because we must link our minds and bound together today forever, because we love humanity. We love our children and future generations. We love the earth, and we love peace with justice. We proclaim today to the University of California, the Bush administration, the Livermore Weapons Lab, the Los Alamos National Laboratory, the National Nuclear Security Administration, the United States Department of Energy, the Pentagon, and the Department of Defense. You can go ahead and study how to develop these more lethal, high-tech weapons of mass destruction. But we, the people gathered here today, say that we will help you beat your swords into plowshares, and we shall study war no more. Finally, as we prepare to leave, brothers and sisters, I need you all to really listen to this. We have got to bring together all of us in this struggle. As an African American, a person of African heritage, we have formed Black Voices for Peace. We are organizing a national network of people of African heritage to organize for peace with justice here and abroad, because we understand that during the Vietnam War, a disproportionate number of African Americans and Latinos and people of color died in that war. We understand that a disproportionate number of people of color are going to be dying in Iraq for the United States Armed Services, while people of color in Iraq are being shot at by U.S. soldiers. We understand that the billions of dollars spent on nuclear weapons is billions of dollars that will never pay for jobs and education and health care and transportation and environmental protection and affirmative action and civil rights and civil liberties and all of the other issues that we are working on together. We understand that. Woo. We have got to build a multiracial, multi-gender movement that brings together all people of all races from all across this earth into a mighty movement to transform this society and build a new America and build a new world. Listen, I see some of my Asian sisters and brothers here, my Latino, Native American sisters and brothers here, African American sisters and brothers here. We need to make sure that in the Bay Area, we figure out how to bring all of our communities together. One of the problems is that people of color communities are under assault from every direction. We get shot down by the police and beat down by the police, whether we are at an anti-war protest or not. Just because of who we are. Our communities are under siege. When we protest against police brutality in the people of color communities, we need a peace movement to come out in these numbers and join with us and say no to police brutality. When we do that, we will begin to see a transformation of this movement. So no matter what issue we're working on, we will stand together in all the colors. But I'm going to tell you one more thing. It's my final statement. We had better be serious. Because these people in power, the Pentagon, the corporations, the military-industrial complex, they are determined to stay in power for a long time and do the evil deeds that they're doing against the people of this country and the world. But I know one thing. We are not going to win unless we have white people and Latino people and Native American people and Latino people and Asian people and Arab people and little people and big people and women and men and people of different sexual orientations. No matter what it is, raise your hands together right now and repeat after me. We are together in unity, in love, in oneness, in power. We're going to march around this lab and bring the walls down. Jericho, like Jericho. March together. God bless you. Thank you.
That is the grass that you're standing on, the mother that you're standing on, feeds us.